Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. As always, shout out to the 19. And I'm sorry, I know hard to break it all over the world tonight, but I do have to take just a moment. Go birds. Go birds. So anyway, that trade rumor that we talked about the other day, it looks like it's happening, folks. And unfortunately, the Los Angeles Sparks have done what I've told them not to do, which is give up that number 2 pick. As you can see here, Storm, Seattle Storm, they acquiesced to Jewell Loyd and traded her as she had wanted, and they got themselves back the number 2 pick in the WNBA draft this year in 2025. They also got Lee Yuru, is that how she pronounces it? I'm not sure. It looks like Yuru, but I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong down below from the Sparks in this three-team trade. It happened mostly like the rumors in terms of the players. Kelsey Plum has gone to the Sparks. Jewell Loyd has gone to the Aces, and there were a couple other picks, and I think I have it. Shout out to Andy, thank you. Laid out a little better, as you can see here. Las Vegas Aces, Jewell Loyd, and the number 13 pick. The Sparks, Kelsey Plum, and the number 9 pick. The Seattle Storm, the number 2 pick, and Lee Yuru as well. But here's the thing, short term, this may look good for the Aces. It may look good for the Sparks, but I think the Seattle Storm are the winner here. You got rid of a player. Let's check this out now, right? Jewell Loyd headed into her 11th season. Jewell Loyd, who, yes, can put up points, but she's never done it efficiently. She's one of those players like Enrique, no shade to Enrique, a couple of players that can get off a shot in pretty much any situation, but they are high volume scorers. That means they shoot a lot to get their points. And when they're on, it looks great and they look unstoppable. They're off just as much as they are on. Jewell Loyd, yes, she went to the Olympics. Yes, she averaged almost 20 points a game, but she was not a good player last year. I'm sorry. No shade to Jewell Loyd, and she's had a heck of a career. We're talking about somebody who shot 40% from two, 27% from three, and those are down, but not down that much from her averages. She is a 43% career two-point shooter. Her efficiency, her EFG, 46%. Caitlin Clark in her rookie year, I think, off the top of my head, she was what, around 56%, I think, despite shooting all those threes and not being a great percentage three-point shooter last year. But this is not abnormal, right? Jewell Loyd shot 36% this year. It's been down every year for the past 5 years, folks. 44%, 42, 39.6, 37, 36. Jewell Loyd, 11th year. Kelsey Plum, ninth year. Kelsey Plum was also down a little bit last year. Again, good player, went to the Olympics, good shooting guard, ninth year in the league. They are not on the upside, they are on the downside. And the Seattle Storm, despite everyone knowing that Jewell Loyd wanted out, they get the number 2 pick. The number 2 pick in the draft, which could very well be Olivia Miles, a point guard. The Sparks could use a good point guard to go with that young nucleus of their 2 rookies from this past year, Rickea Jackson and Cameron Brink. Or, hey, look, we don't know how it's going to go, right? At this point, is Paige Beckers going to be the number 1 pick? Maybe. But if she's not, then the Sparks would have had a shot at her. I said earlier in my other video, do not, if you are the Sparks, do not trade the number 2 pick. Now, look, this may look great in the next year, maybe the next 2 for the Aces. It may look good for the Sparks in the next year or 2. But then where are they at? You have a player, again, 11th year, ninth year in the league. They both had down years. Jewell Loyd has been trending down for about 4 or 5 years now. Is that really you wanna give up your future for those? I think and we know Kelsey Plum wanted out. So, the Sparks were the only team that didn't have to make this deal, and it seems to me they got the worst of it. Maybe not for 2025, but for their future, they got the worst of it. And when you're a team that finished as poorly as they did, the future matters. The future matters. It's not just about 2025 for them. They are not contending for a title this year. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know there we finally got some movement in the WNBA blockbuster three-team trade. I think the Storm and the Aces still going to be contenders this year. I think the Aces could look really good right now. I think it's a good trade for them. I think it's a good trade for Seattle. I don't know that it's a good trade for I don't know if it's a good trade for the Sparks right now, but I'm gonna leave it there. Just the short one. I wanted to get out there and talk about this. And of course, I really just really wanted to, you know, go birds. Go birds. I know a lot of people dislike that, but hey, what can I tell you? It just makes me feel even better. Oh man, I don't know what's gonna happen if the Chiefs, maybe the only team at this point more hated than the Eagles, go to the Super Bowl. You got Chiefs birds. It's gonna be a hate watch, right? It's gonna be a hate watch for everybody but the Chiefs and Eagles fans. Not that the Chiefs have any real fans, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Short one for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I really wanna know what you think of this trade. Who do you think got the best deal, especially considering that we knew Seattle, we knew Jewell Loyd wanted the s the Aces, it seemed most likely that we all kinda knew, even though she didn't come out publicly, Kelsey Plum wanted out. So they kinda had to get rid of those players, and they found a way to do it. The Sparks didn't have to do anything, and they gave up the number 2 pick, the number 2 pick in the draft. Most likely a point guard. Now, look, we never know for sure in sports how things are gonna go, right? Michael Jordan wasn't the number 1 pick of the draft. Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th round. But the Sparks would have gotten most likely a point guard that could lead their team for the next decade or so. Well, age maybe not because she's already what 23. Anyways, relax. Paige is fine. I'm not hating on Paige, but you've got a possibility of a quality point guard that could lead your team for the next decade or so, and you give it up for a shooting guard who is going into her ninth season, right? I don't know if that's the best way to handle it for the Sparks, but hey, they get the number 9 pick. Maybe they think they're really going to get something out of that as well. I don't know. Doesn't happen that often in the WNBA. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thanks for checking out this video. Really do appreciate it. Go have a great rest of your weekend for what little bit of time there is left, and I will talk to you later.